Hey guys, Toast again from Fishyaker. It's a morning of Sunday, July 26, 2020. Warm one at that. Hitting the north branch of the Susquehanna River with Jamie Brown. Let's see if we can find anything before it gets too hot. Check that out, guys. That's a beast, especially catching it in current. So that was a pretty good day. I actually lost count of how many bass I caught, and that's awesome for midsummer, 91 degrees outside, bluebird sky, and super bright sun. So it was kind of tough kind of figuring out the pattern. So when I started out, I was working a ledge, picked up a couple on spinner baits, pretty much dinks. Okay, but when we got down to the water, we noticed that there were a lot of bass rolling on stuff and bluegills, some rock bass. You could see the fish were active, but they were really targeting in on a hatch that had happened. So they didn't really want anything big or anything that we had at first. So then I just used the motor and I just trucked it straight up current. Got all the way up to just below a rapid. The water was really aerated. There was a lot of current, and the fish were just hammering bait right behind those current seams and those eddies and the boulders right below the rapids. So I caught a bunch more on a spinnerbait, started catching them on grubs. When I was going upstream, I noticed that there were a bunch of holes along the shoreline on the side where we launched from. So then I switched sides, went back over, and I drifted back down, and I just tore them up. And some were huge. I caught some really nice fish. They were kind of weird, kind of picking it up. One of the bigger ones that I actually caught, picked it up, dropped it, and then a small little tiny thing caught onto it, and then I cast it right back, and then I caught the big tank. It was kind of weird. So they're stacked up, they're in schools, they're in holes. If you can find a place that has moving water next to it and is aerated and there's a deep hole kind of in the shade, that's where the big ones were. And they were active, but again, they were a little finicky, but they were active, they were picking it up, but they usually struck at it and then struck again. But it was a good day. Caught a lot of fish. And some had some size to them. Not all of them, but some had some good size to them. All right, I'm going to go home, scrub all this nasty algae off of me that I was wading around in when I was launching and coming back in. Still a lot of algae in the water. We got some wind going on right now, so the wind's kind of broken it up and pushed it around a little bit. We haven't had enough rain to really flush the toilet downstream and get that stuff, sorry, Maryland, down to you guys. It's got to get out of here. It's pretty stagnant, pretty nasty, and it still smells, but not like it did the other day. So I'm going to head home, scrub up, get changed, enjoy the rest of the day. And if you haven't we always ask you, be sure to give us that thumbs up, share this video, tell all your friends about it. Holler if you ever want to get on the water. I'm always looking for company, and we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.